I'm Duncan Ferguson and you're watching Toffee TV.
Welcome back to Toffee TV. It is me, Baz, joined by Les Roberts. We've already done a video welcoming Ronald Koeman as the new Everton manager. Make sure you look out for that one. I'll put one of those little eye things up here, and it'll be there, so click on that. Really sexy. This is just a short video because basically we're going to discuss Koeman's what Koeman's arrival will potentially mean and what we think it may mean for the likes of Romelu Lukaku and John Stones. Les, obviously coming towards the end of the season, it was evident the players had down tools.
Yeah, definitely.
It looked to me, it didn't look to me anything because he said it on more than one occasion. I am of course talking about our number 10, Romelu Lukaku.
Yeah. Started
talking about moving on elsewhere. Some fans will say, who can blame him? I kind of see where they're coming from with it. He scored 25 goals. We were grim. We had no defence. Everything was a shambles. I've got no problem with him wanting to leave. I've got a problem with him.
Yes, the way he's
big
going about
noise.
it.
If he just shut up and let his agent, looks like a friggin' second-hand window salesman, let him get on with what he was doing and get him his move. No problem at all. In terms of Lukaku, we'd be silly to want him gone.
Yeah.
Because he scores goals. And he's never... I think this fella could get the best out of him. The best out of him, I mean, he'd give him a partner for a start.
Yeah.
So therefore, he wouldn't have to do all the donkey work on his own.
So the ball would stick, wouldn't it?
So he'd have someone with him. I've said many a time, why wouldn't you want two lads who could put the ball in the net in the team instead of just one? To have a partnership. So I think he could take Rom up to the level he wants to go. So, in your opinion, do you think Koeman coming in will have any bearing? Do you think it might make him think, or do you think it's too far gone with Lukaku and he wants out?
I reckon it's probably too far gone with him.
Okay.
But then again, it depends whether the money comes in, doesn't it? Because we don't have to sell him. No. If we don't want it, we can just be bloody mad and say, well, you're not going anywhere, mate.
This is a fella with 3 years left on a 5-year deal that he was very happy to sign 2 years ago.
And I mean, he does my head in. Yeah. I've just gone right off him. I think everyone has.
Yeah, don't get me wrong.
Because there's just...
I don't love him. There's nothing likeable about him at times.
No, you wouldn't. You know, and he's... people have said, like, oh, it's his agent doing this and doing that. He's not soft.
No. I mean, don't get me wrong. I think half of it probably is his agent.
We're getting pushed in that direction.
This is what AD Ward done with Raheem Sterling.
Yeah, it was like that.
Say enough so that the fans want you out there.
Yeah, he just makes himself unpopular.
Get rid of you. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? But, I've just used Raheem Sterling last season as an example. I'll use Luis Suarez the year that Arsenal came in for him and wanted him big, and the noises he said, and he wanted out. He was desperate to leave Liverpool. Desperate. And what did he do? He came back even better.
Yeah.
He stayed. Liverpool said, you ain't going nowhere. That money doesn't come in. And Liverpool, to be fair, and good on them at that time, went, right, you've got till tomorrow to pay this, what we want. And Arsenal didn't pay it, and he went, you're not going nowhere.
Yeah.
And that was it.
Well, that's the thing.
And he stayed, and he was incredible.
He was unreal that season, wasn't
he? He was ridiculous, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Let's be honest, he nearly won the
league for Brendan Rodgers.
There you can't get any bigger thing than him almost winning Brendan Rodgers a title.
Yeah.
It's all like almost winning Roberto Martinez a title, isn't it? So it was incredible. And then that summer, Liverpool fans were setting his shirt on fire, burning his top.
They love a good polyester.
They do love the polyester.
I don't want to see any of that if Lukaku goes.
Well, but they love it, don't they? But the point I'm trying to make is he still turned it around, and he came back from that. He scored goals. Goals change people's minds.
The second you start banging them in.
Do you know? I just think for Everton's sake, they don't need to sell him.
No.
Okay, so if someone doesn't come with deep pockets, I'm talking £60 million, by the way, at least, then I would be saying to him, sorry, but if we don't get £60 million by August the 1st, you ain't going nowhere. Forget it.
I think a lot will hinge on the Euros, won't it? He scored, he banged 4 and 4 for Belgium. So if he keeps up that form, I think he'll have no end of people coming in for him.
Okay, well, just quickly on that then. Who do you see
teams
coming in for him? There's obviously, I would say PSG. They can afford them.
They're the main one.
Right? United are getting Zlatan.
Yeah.
Chelsea want Chelsea aren't going to pay 60 odd million for him, and they want Higuain, you know, or who's the other kid they're after? They've been like with Griezmann, they've been with a couple of others, Benteke.
But I suppose if
Griezmann
went from Atletico, there could be that
60 million Atletico.
No, I suppose not. No, depends what they get for Griezmann. No, they wouldn't pay that for Lukaku, would they?
So that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I suppose
the window. It goes like this.
Yeah.
It becomes smaller.
I mean, there's talk of Juventus, but there's no way the Italian club are going to spend 60 million.
They can't afford it.
Yeah.
You know, if they give us Alvaro Morata and 32 million, then I'll have a little chat with them myself.
Yeah.
But so what I mean is the window for him. If he gets 7 goals at the Euros and is outstanding, and Belgium get to the semis or win it, then we may have a problem. We may have a couple going, all right, well, we'll have a nibble at that. Then Man City, someone like that could go.
They could do, yeah.
We'll pair him with Aguero.
Look, the German clubs, there's
Bayern, but would they even pay that kind of money? They've got Lewandowski, they've got Muller gets gold, they don't need him. Dortmund would never pay anywhere near that much. No matter what Mini Raiola says, Everton have got their valuation on him. If it isn't met, he ain't going anywhere.
Like we did last year.
And I think, you know, Koeman, it could be a game changer. He could turn around and say, listen, tell you what, do another 12 months. If Everton aren't where we want them to be, we'll shake on whatever.
Well, you'd like to think so, wouldn't you? Because, as you said in like the last video, you can't underestimate what a name Koeman is. He's a massive, massive European name, and you can't think what player wouldn't want to play.
You'd want to give it a go.
A manager like
if I was wrong, I'd look and say, right, okay, I've just got 25 goals in a team.
You can't say he's been unhappy at Everton.
No, the fans have loved him.
Yeah.
And he's loved it. It's just that he's got someone in his ear going, do. And I understand that he wants to do well, he wants to win things, but it's a new era. What I would say, the reason why, if Ken Wright was still in charge and we just got Koeman, I could understand them still going, yeah, well, where's the money?
Yeah, same club.
I'm staying. Nothing's going to change, really. We might bring 1 in, we might bring 2 in if we're lucky, but it's essentially the same kind of club. The landscape has changed, like I've said before.
Yeah,
we've got an owner in that wants to do something big. This fella ain't here for a laugh. Yeah. He wants the ground, he wants a structure in place, he wants to win. So he wants to turn around to Arsenal and go, here's what you could have won.
Yeah,
that's what he wants to do. We know that's what he wants to do. David Dean's even been linked with coming on our board.
Yeah.
As the CEO or whatever. You know, this fella is serious. Okay.
And it's all changing quickly.
It's changing very. Listen, if you're still not convinced after the last 3 weeks, then fair enough. But I'm convinced, and what I'm hearing has got me convinced. So, you know, we could sit down. Listen, Ron might still turn around and go, I still want out. That's fair enough. But he would be silly not to say, right, okay, if no one comes in at that price, I'm happy to do another 12 months.
Yeah.
Let's see who your targets are. Let's see who you bring in. You know, and we'll shake on next summer. If Everton haven't met that target, you sell me for 50 million.
Yeah.
Or something.
I mean, even if we did meet whatever targets we'd set him, it'd still be fair enough if he wanted to go.
Yeah.
You know, if a big club came in, it's like you look at Suarez. If he'd have gone to Arsenal, he wouldn't be at Barcelona now.
No.
And he would have missed out on that. What is his dream move? He would have missed out on it. So that, I think that was a good example to bring up, because there's a lot in that if you stay, you can turn it round, you can have an outstanding season, get a better move.
Real Madrid or someone could be looking for him in 12 months. Ronaldo will be 12 months older.
Exactly.
You just don't know, do you?
He's got time on his side as well. He's 22. So.
Okay, Ron, that's Ron. See, I think the John Stones thing, for me, I think is a different situation with John Stones. I think, looking at it today, I think we probably got more chance of persuading John Stones to do 12 more months. I think.
Learn from
defender.
Learn from one of the best,
you know what I mean,
ball playing defenders ever.
Stones didn't like Roberto Martinez. He was lied to 12 months ago. That's how he sees it, or 10 months ago, whenever it was. He was told he could go for a certain amount of money.
It was met.
The certain amount of money was met. He was then told he couldn't go, despite being told he could go. So that relationship broke up, and I think it's obvious to see the relationship broke up, and it was obvious to see the manager trying to pander to anything Stones wanted to do. And therefore John Stones struggled a lot last season. But he's still a fantastic defender. He's a defender you want to stay. You don't want him out the door. And I think we could potentially say the same to him. Just give it another 12 months. The club is changing. You play every week here. You know, you're in. You don't have to go and find your feet. You're in. We're going to bring in X, Y and Z to go in this side. We've got a new structure coming in, a new owner, the ground, we're looking at a new stadium.
Yeah.
We are moving forward. We aren't little plucky Everton with the little wood, you know, the knitted person, the you know, the knife that over there, the pen knife. This is where we want to be, and I think potentially we could turn that around.
Yeah, and even more than Lukaku, the chance to work under Koeman, the chance to get the knowledge of Koeman of how to play that position in the way he wants to play it. You know, you can't. He goes anywhere else, he won't get that, or he might not get that.
It's almost ideal, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It's perfect for him, and I think it's been easy to forget what a superstar we've got there with Stones in the last couple of seasons.
Yeah,
you know, he's gonna be some player
once he settles down.
Yeah.
I mean, I think, me personally, I think he can play in midfield. I think he could be.
Yeah, he could be
just in front of the back. People talk about Eric Dyer at Spurs, who's done really well. I think Stones.
Oh God, he'd be
played out with his flip flops on.
Yeah, definitely.
Unbelievable.
But that, I mean, he might do that. He might see that in him, mightn't he? You don't know, but I just think it will be a good opportunity for the club to say, you know, take a step back, see what happens this season. If it's still not like Lukaku, it's still not what you want or whatever, go next season. You could get a better club.
He's gonna get offers, John Stones, no matter what.
Yeah.
If not, no one's gonna go, oh well, that's it. Then if you don't come now, we're not coming back for you. They'll all be banging this door down again.
And you can use the England example as well. Like you said, he's in the team at Everton. It's his position. That's it. With England, you got Chris Smalling. People saying Smalling and Cahill should be playing, and he shouldn't be playing. He might get that at another club. You know, they could have two centre halves who do you think, oh, we'll play him and we'll drop him in as and when we can. Which that's no good for him at all. He needs to play.
Development.
Yeah.
This one, and this will be really quick, but Ross Barkley, are you concerned at all that he'll leave this summer?
No, I haven't been.
No.
I think at the end of last season, when I was dead pissed off with all the players, I was thinking they could all go. I don't care, get rid of them all. Apart from Barkley, I thought if he goes, I'd be gutted.
Yeah.
Not because he was brilliant, because he was at times, but not because he was very good. It's just because there's just something about him. Yeah, it's like I want with Barkley what we never had with Rooney. Because we all missed out on that, and we can have it again with Barkley, and that's what I want. So I've not been concerned because he's never angled for a move.
No,
or anything. Like he doesn't seem like the sort of lad to do it, does he?
I think to me, from the bits and pieces I've heard as well, is that he just loves Everton. He loves it here. He's happy. He plays. He's on good money. That'll go up again if he does the business. I think I'm not worried about him moving.
No.
He'd be the one of the three. I'd be devastated if he went.
That's
and that. Listen, you know, the last 2.5 months of the season, he was rubbish.
Yeah,
he was rubbish. But again, for me, he's been. I don't want to call it overcoached because I don't think that was in. I don't think any of our players are being overcoached.
No,
but I think for me, he was just allowed to do whatever without a set role.
Yeah, he wasn't. I don't think he was managed in any part of his game, was he? Really?
I think he needs a tough. You know,
he needs to be told.
Tough master, and from all accounts, this fella doesn't suffer fools gladly. You know, if you don't run, you ain't playing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If you don't, and that's what Ross needs. I think if Ross gets that forever, it'll be better and better. And I think the thing as well with Ross is people say he can't play as part of a two in midfield. He can. He's that talented. The kid can. He needs someone alongside him to help him. But he can. But imagine if he had two strikers to be able to hit as well, instead of just waiting for Ron to make a run.
I say you got two strikers making a run like that,
he can just play, or he can just drive himself. You know, it's everything's there for him. I even think he's good enough to even play wide. Barkley, play on the left and cut in. You know, it's not a natural position for him, but I think he can do that job as well. But he has to show more. Don't get me wrong. I'm not showing a blind faith to him because he hasn't done enough. But it's just, I think he would be the one that would hurt me the most. But I'm not concerned in any way, shape or form.
I've not been. I've not thought.
Because like you say, I don't think he's not the type to angle for a move at all. But, well, let us know what you think in the comment section below. Does the appointment of Ronald Koeman as Everton boss change anything where Romelu Lukaku, John Stones or Ross Barkley are concerned? Let me know what you think below. And you know, are you excited? Just follow on from the last video. We are getting more excited as we talk about it. Don't forget to give us a little subscribe, like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, and I'll catch you next time on Toffee TV.